Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here or just enjoying the content, please take a second, hit that subscribe button, and hold on because Infinity Watch Wolverine is Wolverine and Loki on a jaunt across the galaxy on orders from Old Man Phoenix to find and protect the current possessor of the Time Stone, Hector Bautista. But before I get started, I got to talk about this book and this series in general. Is that it's fun, but it definitely doesn't take itself too seriously. You know what I'm saying? The banter between Loki and Wolverine is fun throughout. They rip each other back and forth, and it's very comedic, very buddy cop style, and it has some pretty good moments. I mean, I have to admit, I even had an unexpected laugh out loud moment in this issue. I mean, it got me. I don't even know why really, but I mean, I guess when you see it, you'll probably. I hope it gets you too. But that's a pretty good summation of this whole series. Is that it's honestly, I like it, but I can't tell you why I like it, other than it's just fun. The art's not great. It doesn't blow you away. I mean, it's serviceable. If it was on some other titles, I'd probably be ripping it. I don't like the Infinity Stones being individuals now, that they got to choose their owner basically, and now they're somehow imparted into that human or something, or that individual. I don't like that. I think that's going to be a nightmare in the near future. And when it comes down to it, it's a book I enjoy, but I don't know if I'd honestly recommend this to somebody. If you had to pick up 4 books this week, I don't know that this would have been in the top 4 for everybody, but it was for me. So I don't know. I have to go look at that now. But it's a good book, and like I said, I'm having fun with it. But let's go ahead and get into it. So the story begins where issue 2 left off, and that is Loki and Logan scratching their heads, wondering what to do, since right after Loki managed to trick Warbringer into leaving Earth, the fraternity of Raptors, led by Talonar, aka Robbie Ryder, showed up and snatched Hector Bautista right out from under Logan and Loki's nose. Well, our dynamic duo don't delay. Logan loads up all the necessary supplies, and they're on their way. They realize right after they take off, they don't really have a trail. So leave it to Loki. He, claiming to be the superior Sorcerer Supreme, decides they need to go pay a visit to Greenwich Village. But we're not there to visit, as Wolverine says, Mr. Wigglefingers, Dr. Stephen Strange. No, they're actually there to meet Doctor Strange's trusty ghost dog, the Basset Hound, Bats. Oh yeah, by the way, he's a ghost. Well, Bats isn't too excited about seeing Loki at first, but Wolverine quickly jumps in on that and says, look, we've got adult beverages and a spaceship, and this is your results. And my laugh out loud moment, honestly, Bats looks here it just had me in stitches. I mean, look at the puppy ears flapping. I mean, if the ghost of a Basset Hound hanging his head out of a Viking ship ripping through space doesn't put a smile on your face, well, maybe Loki and Wolverine clowning on each other will, because Logan tells Loki he doesn't want Loki pulling any of his shenanigans at the end of this, because he always does. And Loki agrees, as long as he doesn't have to fight any robots, because that's what Logan always does. And both, of course, are insulted. Loki because he's being called predictable, and Logan because the X-Men don't just fight robots, allegedly. And it's just funny banter. But the ghost dog and them, man, they had me rolling. So jump forward, and Hector Bautista is about to start getting carved up by Talonar as he's looking for the Time Stone, when suddenly the Raptor ship is struck and they're being boarded by our heroes, of course, led by Bats, who is absolutely having the time of his life, or afterlife. He's having a great time. Of course, Wolverine agrees to fight off all the space robots, while Loki goes on with Bats. And to make things quick and easy, he breaks out the old rip open the side of the spaceship trick, and he's pretty content until after he's cleared it out and he's walking away. About a dozen Raptors are there right behind him to remind him that, hey, we can survive in the vacuum of space. And they aren't hesitant to take him back outside for an environment they can consider home field. Back inside the ship, Loki tries the whole Richard Rider Nova move on his brother Robbie, and it fails miserably. But as they drag Logan in from outside, Loki pulls his, yeah, you saw it coming, disappearing act as Talonar instructs his goons to destroy Wolverine's flesh and retrieve his adamantium. But, you know, we're wondering where Loki went. Well, Loki's pulling the ultimate backyard, underhanded, dirty, unthinkable act. I mean, you can't imagine. He's actually going to tell Talonar's mom. That's right. He's disguised as a constable from Nova Corps. He's on Earth knocking on the door of Robbie Ryder's mother and saying, hey, can you take a trip into space with me? So that's it. So moving on to number 4 next month. And so like I said in the beginning, I like this. I can't justify it necessarily. It's fun. And I fell into this series post Infinity Wars, and I bought issue 1. I mean, that cover with the Infinity Gauntlet with the claws on it was amazing. Still use it as my avatar. And here I am, still into it 3 months later. Pick it up or don't. I recommend it if you liked what you saw. But don't expect a too serious storyline. I mean, for honestly as much would be online or seems to be online with the conversations between God Thor and old man Phoenix, you would think they would be a little more serious about it. But I mean, hey, it's Logan and Loki, and it's fun, and that's at the end of the day. When I closed the book, I had a good time. I had fun reading it, and that's what really matters, guys. So if you haven't yet, hope you'll click subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps a channel like mine in getting those extra views and growing the channel. And guys, I really appreciate it. Real Comic Stacks out.